Hello, testing, 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 testing. Hello, testing, 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 testing. Hello, testing, 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 testing. Uh, Testing failed? Oh man. Wait a minute. That's well, at least is the microphone sounding right this time. It's been sad. What is sad about this? I see what you're doing there. Right, this has gone all very existential all of a sudden. Let's just throw out a. Oh, is that sorry? Are you being told off for spamming Gigantobear? So little else. See if I can. I'm just going to check the question. What's it is working? Oh, hello. What's this? I've got a new option. Mobile viewers may have a higher latency. Enable mobile high latency mode. Okay. Reduces the wait between questions significantly though. Leave that for now then. Bang. I can test that out. That'd be right. Hopefully you can see the instructions. I think instructions. My stupid delay. Well, excuse me, we'll just test that and make sure that your delay isn't absurd. So I'm going to bring up the test question now. Wow. My end, that is lagging quite a lot, but fortunately, that doesn't matter. I'm uploading fast enough. Well, anyway, good, okay. 4 people, yes, testing. 2 sit-off Frenchmen, 1, no, not testing, and 1 person said, Warrior! Good evening, Smoten. Wait, hang on. You're not normally here at the start of the quiz. But great to see you. Show those final results, see how you did. Congratulations, Gigantobear and Andrew Clark, for 9,000 points. I'd quite like to sort these scores at the beginning by absolute value. For some reason, they don't allow me to transform the scores through arbitrary mathematical functions before I present them. So that would be quite fun, couldn't it? And at the top of the leaderboard on 12,000 plus 4,000 I points, it's Euler. Right. That. Not ready. No, I don't want ready-made. Okay. Just out of interest, is there anybody that's using them? Are you getting severe lag issues? There seems to be an option to try and accommodate, but I'm hesitant to enable it because it will have other repercussions. Load, that's fine. so far. Good. Oh, great. The voice is working well, I assume. Well, I mean, sorry. Well, up to you whether you think my voice is working well, but at least the sound is coming across, I hope. Only a couple of minutes away. And I've run out of interesting today. Not unusual. Everybody had a good weekend? Weather around here wasn't too bad. I managed to avoid the thunderstorm when I was out. No. It was you that had the issue with the dryer, right? I don't know. Or is that a no to the anagram buddies? 8 hours of read-time strategy games. I'm going to go with yes. Jonathan, have you ever killed a man? No. Yes. We don't deal with reasonable people here, Smoten. It's fine. Different metal. Oh yeah. I'm getting all of my. I could do all the Mitchell and Webb sketches in one go. What is the kingdom, species, phylum, etc. closest to a man that you've killed? Is there like an insect called like a waterman, a water boatman, stuff like that? And ladybug. Uh, right. I'm gonna I'm gonna bring to a sorry end the discussion of whether I've murdered anybody, which for legal reasons I have not. Let's bring up the thing that says starting. I don't think I've actually killed a water boatman, to be clear. Yeah, I do have an attorney on retainer. Braces. Yeah. All right. It's time for the intro. And then the baby bear said, "Who's been eating my porridge?" And then Mama Bear put together a statistical model to figure out who it was. And that's why statistics is great. Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't see you there. Just teaching my horse some Nasian statistics. Right. Welcome, everybody, to Lagnag's quiz. Lagnag writes the questions. I just read them out. Normally, this would be a slot for the Queen Edith quiz. But of course, that's not happening at the moment. Queen Edith quiz is normally for charity. So if you feel like you would wish to and you are able to, then feel free to go ahead and make a charitable donation. But if you don't, then don't. Just get out of shot. Right. Let's have a look. So, mechanics of the quiz. I am using QuizKit. Most of you, I guess, yeah. But if not, there are instructions below the feed, so check that out. You may need to enable QuizKit by moving your mouse over the video and clicking on QuizKit. There's some quality horse puns going on already. I can tell it's going to be a great episode. Meanwhile, mobile users may need to switch to the QuizKit tab and close any internet-heavy services that you are not using. I have tried to do. And so now it's time to introduce you to Lagnag. Hello, Lagnag. So, earlier Lagnag was telling me all about a past life in film. Is that so? You used to be an actor, Lagnag. Okay, that's good to know. But I don't know. I don't know. You've not been in any films recently, have you? Well, I don't know. Do you? Maybe some of these directors should be casting you a bit more. Well, maybe we should ask everybody whether Nagnag should be cast in a film. So we're going to do that with the practice question. Getting rid of this very subtly. So let's have a look. Nope. I'm moving things around, but they're possibly not the thing I want to move. There we go. That's better. I'm going to shove myself on the right-hand side of the screen. Okay. Time for a practice question then. Let's bring that up. This is great. Horse puns. And I think interesting comment from Gigantobear about Warhorse. We'll see what happens next. Right, hopefully you can now see the rules coming up on the screen, but just if you can't fiddle around, tinker around, there's a bit of use the instructions at the bottom. To explain how the scoring system works, for anyone who's not been here before, each question is worth 10,000 points, but as time goes on, that number will drop to 0. If you get a question right, you will earn that number of points, but if you get a question wrong, you will lose that number of points. So if you're a worse, you can let the question time out to 0 if you don't know. But this practice question, I will wipe the score after it, just to be clear. So feel free to pick whatever option you see fit. Here's the question. Question is, would you cast Lagnag in a film? The options are only if the film is Warhorse, no, get a proper job, I think Lagnag's better suited to the radio, or yes, replacing Ben Affleck. So the options are coming up, and you will note that the options are not in the same order that I read them out in, so bear that in mind when you are frantically attempting to answer. Well, Lagnag's very worried about what the answer to this is going to be. I hope nobody's going to upset my horse. Be very awkward, chilly domestic atmosphere in here if you do. So I can only hope you haven't done that. Let's reveal what everyone says. Oh! Excellent. Right. Nobody's upset my horse, but if Ben Affleck's watching, I'm really sorry. That's all I can say. So 13 of you said yes, replacing Ben Affleck, and 2 each said no, get a proper job, only the film's Wars, and think Lagnag's better suited to the radio. You think you're better suited to the radio? Oh, you can't. You may or may not be able to speak according to canon, which has not properly been established, really. So, whatever. And just to be clear, here are the scores. Well done. Oh, my word. There wasn't much in it there. The Gigantobear, Clesor, and Andrew Clark amongst the top people answer first. And also Ojol Kier and Aquilim 0 for answers that were arbitrarily designated as wrong. So we'll get rid of that nonsense. And I am going to get rid of the video feed to try and minimize bandwidth in a sec. But first, let's see what Lagnag has lined up for round 1. Round 1 is strong and stable. See, stable. Oh, I see what you did there. That would have been. This would have been extremely clever satire about several years ago. Right, so questions in this round are going to alternate about things that are strong and things that are stable. So right now I'm going to turn off the feed. And let's put up, see that's not this is not question one. There's question one. Here we go. All right then. Who wrote the book Mr. Strong? Was it Charles Dickens, Roger Hargreaves, Shakespeare, or Missy Elliott? Who wrote the book Mr. Strong? Was it Charles Dickens, Roger Hargreaves, Shakespeare, or Missy Elliott? Quickly bring up I need to do in order to get you question one. Question again, who wrote the book Mr. Strong? Was it Charles Dickens, Roger Hargreaves, Shakespeare, or Missy Elliott? That's one of your favourite books, isn't it, Lagnag? Indeed, it is. Not got any Bayesian statistics in it though. Wait, did I say Bayesian statistics or Bayesian statistics? Either of those would have worked. I say worked. Been technically accurate at least, even if they're not very good jokes. Right, revealing the answer. 18 people went for Roger Hargreaves. Excellent. And nobody went for any of those duff answers, including Missy Elliott. 2 L's, 2 T's. Very important. Let's... Good. All right, so we've hopefully built up a good bank of points there to get going with. Question number 2, then. Oh, hello. Question number 2. Which sport features 45 heya stables organised into 5 ichimon? Is it darts, cricket, sumo, or extreme ironing? Options again, darts, cricket, sumo, or extreme ironing. Yeah, did Missy Elliott ever write a book? I don't know, actually. She likes to write backwards, though. She likes to reverse it, flip it and reverse it. I don't know. That's literally the only thing I know about Missy Elliott's work. I'm very sorry to Missy Elliott. The list of people to apologise to is getting longer and longer. Ben Affleck on it. And it's got Missy Elliott now. I'm sure there'll be more by the end of the programme. So hopefully you figured out that they are from sumo wrestling. 18 people went for sumo, 1 person went for darts, and nobody went for the other options, including extreme ironing. So heya, I guess, are essentially clubs, and you are supposedly not supposed to switch which heya you're in throughout your career. In particular, there were 2 brothers who were in the same heya, and that meant they didn't have to fight each other. Cool, all right. Of course, to be in sumo wrestling, you have to be very strong. But if you I'm strong, wrong, or wrong. And on that note, question number 3 is going to be a very related question to that terrible attempt at a song. Here's the question: who had a hit in 1999 with a song called Strong? I've had nothing to drink tonight. I'm just going to make that clear. Who had a hit in 1999 with Strong? Was it Robbie Williams, Jason Derulo, Elton John, or Theresa May? Was it Robbie Williams, Jason Derulo, Elton John, or Theresa May? Dehydration showing there. Yeah. Well, it's all right. I have got some water. Oh, I see what you did. Yeah, clearly, clearly I'm a little slow tonight. All right, because Lagnag is nominally slower. I don't know what my name would be if I was just rein it in. All right, oh well. Cool. All right. Person who had a hit in 1999 with Strong, it wasn't Theresa May because the career hadn't taken off by then. It was Robbie Williams. E of Take That. Jason Derulo, 1 point, and no love for Elton John and Theresa May, at least on this question. That leaves the final question. Those of you who are good at alternating know that this is about stable. Question number 4. Which of these historically worked in a stable? Which of these historically worked in a stable? Is it Nordler, Sudler, Ostler, or Westler? Nordler, Sudler, Ostler, or Westler? Here come the options. I tried to post the first line of the song. Your message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation settings. Yeah, I've specifically banned Robbie Williams. I've just noticed, is my face present, but just... Oh, yes, alright, fair enough. I'm just looking at the feed here. Is my face, is it there with just a sort of bewildered expression? That shouldn't be there. You should be able to see the questions there. I have no face. No face. It was just me then. Oh, okay. That's ridiculous then. Well, good. You see the question and no face. Well, that's definitely an improvement on what I can see. Maybe I'll screen cap it later. You don't have my face. I'm glad to know you don't have my face. Right. Yeah, so hopefully the German-speaking among you enjoyed the compass points that I inserted there. It could, yeah, it's probably just my reflection. You're probably right. Yeah, no wonder it looks so bewildered. We'll reveal that answer then. Ostler. Correct answer. Ostler. Cool, but 14 of you went for that. 2 people went 90 degrees round on the compass point for Sudler, and nobody went for Westler or Nordler. And that's the end of round 1. So let's show the scores. And at the top of the leaderboard at the moment, it is Klezor with 38,000 points. Close behind are the Stubbs family, Robinson, Smoten, and a Fitzling Plain on 37. Contestant number 6, 33. If you wish to de-anonymize yourself, contestant 6, feel free to post in the comments. Mike Ontario and Greg AC on 32. Jarvis Ben on 30. Gigantobear, contestant number 3, 29. My dad on 28. 027. Black Sheep Girl 23 with K and 1RU. Stin 121. Zapiton on 20. Andrew Clark 18. Sales 10. Ojulk here on 9,000. And there's no negative scores at all this week. And on that positive note, that's the end of fun. Right, how's it getting on? Oh, hello. I'm pretty sure that's going to be... And there we go, let's move that around. So, there we go. This is the point where I'm supposed to say something funny, but I don't have anything funny to say, so let's get rid of that and get on with round 2. Round 2 is alternative facts. These are all going to be things that are in some way referred to as alternative. First question will literally be about the phrase alternative facts. So here we go. Oh, I do have to show you the question. There we go. Question number 5 then. Who coined the phrase alternative facts in a January 2017 interview? Who coined the phrase alternative facts in a January 2017 interview? Was it Sean Spicer, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Sanders, or Eamon Holmes? Options again, Sean Spicer, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Sanders, or Eamon Holmes? Alternative facts. Many names for alternative facts, aren't there? This one is by far the most diplomatic. Of course, there was a new press secretary to the White House brought in this week, end of last week, Haley McCannany. She said, "I will never lie to you," which presumably is lie number 1. I'll reveal the answer now. It was Kellyanne Conway. Oh, that split the room. That has split the room. 8 people went for Kellyanne Conway, 5 people went for Sean Spicer, 1 person for Sarah Sanders, and 2 people went for Eamon Holmes. Kellyanne Conway, not actually the press secretary, but she was counsellor to the president, apparently. You've never heard of any of them except Eamon Holmes. I was about to say congratulations, but probably. Well, I'm about to add Eamon Holmes to the list along with Ben Affleck and Missy Elliott, but I'm sure you can imagine. Sean Spicer was around about the same time, but he had a different he had a different title. But I believe it was Kellyanne Conway who used the phrase first. Let's bring in one. This one is about alternative medicine. This is a wonderful round that is full. Okay, wonderful round. It's full of lovely escapism. Question number 6. Alternative medicine. Which of these is a form of alternative medicine that involves the local suction of the skin? Which of these is a form of alternative medicine that involves the local suction of the skin? Cupping, caressing, feeling, or fondling? Cupping, caressing, feeling, or fondling? Nag is giggling in the corner. I have no idea why. Oh, hello. Oh, wait. Oh, I've had a brief. Oh, I just thought, oh, you've opened a window. I don't see this window on my screen. Easier. This is added a new dimension to heckling. Now people are able to do verbs. Right. Let's reveal that answer then. The answer was, of course, cupping. 18 of you went for that. Nobody went for any of the other options. So this is about sort of globe-like objects that you use as sort of vacuums. Supposedly can be relatively dangerous, this method. I wouldn't recommend it. Right, question number 7 then. This used to be alternative, but now it's rather called renewable. Question number 7. So alternative energy, which is now called renewable energy because it's not really that alternative anymore. In the UK, which of these sources of renewable energy is the strongest, according to an October 2019 Guardian article? UK, which of these sources of renewable energy is the strongest, according to an October 2019 Guardian article? And I believe the article was reliable on this. Oh, excuse me, yes. Strongest here means the one that produced the most energy. So it's the percentage of energy that came from each of these sources. I'll oh no, I knew I'd open a can of worms here. I think it's an average over the year, if I recall. In watts? Oh no, this is just, what is this? Yes, so not so much. Well, I guess watts is a measure of power, right? So you could do average power over a year, same as the energy in gigawatt hours, or at least it would be proportional to that. So, okay, and I'm going to level it with you as well. One of these options was not actually in the Guardian article, but common sense would dictate its position in the ranking. Right. And it is, I'll tell you now the options. So the percentages are 20%, 12%, 6%, and 0%. That's a bit more information, but Right, okay, I'm going to give you the options now before before everyone falls asleep. Thereby generating energy. Gasp! Gasp is right. Sounds like everybody's answers in. Oh, the UK, you say? The answer was win. That's what. Yeah. Oh, hello. I was heartening to see that most people went for the correct answer. 13 people there going for wind. That includes. Oh, I should have said before the question. That includes both onshore and offshore. So 13 people went for that. 2 people for plant biomass. That was the 12%, and 3 people for solar. That is the 6%. And nobody went for perpetual motion machines for some reason. Embracing your love of beans. Well, that's brought the tone. Actually, that's brought the tone up, to be honest. And with that, let's move on to the final question of the round. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Interesting things are happening to the text box. It's all right. Hopefully, if I paste things into the text box, everything will be fine and nothing will be ruined. There's the windows. Good. Oh, that's why you're opening the window, is it? Oh, good. Okay. Anyway, question number 8. Which of these alternative bands has musician Dave Grohl never performed in? Which of these alternative bands has musician Dave Grohl never performed in? All of these bands are described as alternative, but whether they're alternative or not is not going to be in question. The question is, was Dave Grohl in the band or not at any point? So the options are Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Kings of Leon, or Queens of the Stone Age. Fighters, Nirvana, Kings of Leon, or Queens of the Stone Age. Don't like this, there's no joke answer. Well, I can add a 5th joke answer if that would help. The 5th answer is S Club 7. There we go. That's your. Wait, no, oh, hang on. Yeah, that's a good point. I can't actually. No, so it has to be. I'll change the question for which of the alternative bands, other than S Club 7, has musician Dave Grohl never performed in? Hanson. He's got the right hair length for Hanson, at least. That would have gone down well. Barely work out which songs are which. Well, may not have played to your strengths then. The correct answer is the Kings of Leon. 12. 2 people went for Queens of the Stone Age. He was in Queens of the Stone Age at one point. He was the drummer. If you watch the video for No One Knows, which is probably one of the most famous Queens of the Stone Age songs, he's the drummer in that. Kings of Leon, surname of all the members of that band are Followill, and that's a question that lost me about £8 on TV one time. I've never forgiven the Kings of Leon. And that's the end of round 2. So let's take a look at the scores. That's the scores noise. And oh, hello. There's been a bit of an upset at the top, and it's all changed. Top is Stubbs Family Robinson on 70. Then there's Jarvis Ben on 67. Clesor on 57. Andrew Clark 56. Number 6 on 55, along with Black Sheep Girl 87, Aquilum 0 on 53, Mike Conterio just ahead of Greg Ack, both on 51, Dapiton 47, that's number 3, 43, Stinwom and Gigantobear on 39, my dad on 37, Fitzling Plane on 36, K1RU on 34, Smoten 28, Ojol Kier 13, Little Else on 10, contestant 23 on 8. And that is the end of round 2. Oh, there we go. So I don't know. Actually, Lagnag was in Queens of the Stone Age at one point as well. But then again, Lagnag's been in a lot of bands. You score better when you don't show up till later. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I tried to make some of the last questions harder, so clearly I'm not doing my job properly. Yeah, so Nag, we were reminiscing quite a bit over when you were in films, weren't we? Ah, that's interesting, and not at all going to be the subject of the next round. What's round 3? Oh, it's Lagnag's film career slideshow, which I can pronounce properly. I've drunk a bit of water and now it's going to my head. Right, as suggest, this is a picture round. It's all about Lagnag's career in film. So let me get rid of the video device and let's bring up. So here we go. So a lot of people don't know that Lagnag was actually in a very famous film. Here it is. There we go. That's Lagnag. Very famous scene there. What do you mean this ended up on the cutting room floor? No. I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, right, fine. Okay, they didn't use this slightly doctored version of this image in the final film. With this round, I don't tend to put the. Let's put the options up. Won't be able to see them underneath. This will be a little bit of a. There it is. Right. Question number 9 then is, which film is this? So like I say, they use a slightly altered version in the actual film. Is it The Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, E.T., or Plan 9 from Outer Space? Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, E.T., or Plan 9 from Outer Space? Thought it was a Lassie film. That would make sense, actually. Wait, would it? It's a. I guess that would have been. Would Lassie have been much different if it had a horse? What's that? Jimmy's. No, hang on. I'm thinking. Oh, I'm getting mixed up with Skippy. I guess Lagnag would have done quite well as Skippy. What's that? Jimmy's down the well. Stranger Things. It could be. It could be Stranger Things, but it's not. I'll level it with you. The correct answer is E.T. 20 correct answers there, and nobody went for any of the others. I've got to say, Lagnag, it is a real crying shame that they didn't use you in the final cut. Let's just show everybody. Let's show people what that was the altered version that they used in the actual film, which I think you'll agree is much worse. Oh no, of course. Hang on, I probably shouldn't be. Oh, I'm sure there's copyright issues. I'm using it under fair use, let's say. Why don't I'll take a photograph of Lagnag and then use that rather than the promotional photo in future endeavours. There we go. That'll satisfy the lawyers who are definitely into all of the revenue that this this stream definitely makes. Right. Okay, so you applied to be in any other films, Lagnag? Oh, you did. Oh, you would try to be Indiana Jones, did you? Oh, that's interesting. Have you got any photos of that? Ah, there we go. That's right. Okay. That I can't see why they didn't use you in this film. It's I mean, I see that you've got all those crowds there. This is exactly what Indiana Jones should look like, for sure. The question then is question number 10. This did appear in Indiana Jones. It's called Alcazar. The question is, which country is it in? Is it Egypt, Jordan, Syria, or Guyana? Alcazar is in which country? Is it Egypt, Jordan, Syria, or Guyana? Bring that up. The question is covering the bottom of the photo. Oh, so, well, up a little bit. There you go. That is quite a crucial part, so I'll give you that. Sorry about that. In fairness, a lot of the picture's also being obscured by a horse. That's the horse covering is hard enough. Shouldn't make it any more difficult than it needs to be. All right, I will reveal the answer now. Is Jordan. 12 people went for Jordan, 2 for Syria, and 2 for Egypt. I guess for a follow-up question, for kudos, what does Al-Khazne actually mean? While I bring up the next question for that. Nek was also being covered up. That's very sad. Oh, just to be clear, let's just remove. Oh no, we haven't. Oh, that's set up. Oh, that's there was supposed to be a setup for this. Terrible, not a joke. So let's do that now with this revealed. Oh, Lagnag, you say you want to do a film about the Olympics. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it is treasury. Either you knew. Oh, well, there's plenty of time to look that up. In fairness. Oh yeah, so Lagdag, you want to do a film about the Olympics? Well, you better get the Olympic rings for the film about the Olympics. It sounds a bit tenuous. Oh no, it's not actually the Olympics rings. You've accidentally retrieved the logo of a well-known car manufacturer. No guessed. Question number 10. Yes, Treasury is right to be clear. Give yourself a shiny. Unfortunately, shinies are not redeemable for points on this show. Question number 11 then. Which car manufacturer uses this logo? Is it Audi, Citroën, Jaguar, or Reliant? Again, which car manufacturer uses this logo? Audi, Citroën, Jaguar, or Reliant? Not Lagnag's stable. I don't know. I don't know. Do you have a stable? Oh, you do have a stable. Oh, okay. Well, Lagnag says the logo for the stable is much better than that. Got a big sumo wrestler on it. To point out that other car manufacturers are available. And I'll just reveal the answer. It was Audi. 18 people went for Audi, 2 people went for Citroën, which has got those sort of two chevrons pointing up. Jaguar's got a Jaguar on it. Nobody went for that. And nobody went for Reliant, which seems to have various different logos, including some sort of an eagle type thing. But well dodged by everybody there. Okay, so this all leads to the question then, Lagnag, of if you were in these films, did you get paid for them? Oh, you did get paid for them, you say? Ah, well, why don't you show me some of the money that you've been paid for your what we've established is singular appearance in ET that was on the cutting room floor. So show me the. Oh no! Resizing the image. Oh no! That you seem to have been paid with some fake money. Although it does. Oh, you're very happy that it's a picture of you with specimen in very large words. Okay. Well, fair enough. But I don't think you'll be able to take this to the bank without getting laughed out. So, question number 12 then. Oh, but I've ruined that narrative with this question here. Who's Lagnag photoshopped out? Or who's Lagnag's money had photoshopped out? Does that fit? Whatevs. Options are Charles Dickens, Jane Austen, Elizabeth Fry, or another picture of Lagnag. Question 12 again. Been photoshopped out here. Is it Charles Dickens, Jane Austen, Elizabeth Fry, or another picture of Lagnag? Bring up that question. There we go. You may have also noticed I had to. There's also been a little bit more photoshopping to obscure the identity of the original person on that note. Once the answers are all in, I will exclusively reveal the person underneath there is, in fact, Jane Austen on the modern style £10 note. 2 people went for Charles Dickens, who of course was on the £10 note, but before, I believe. And Elizabeth Fry was on the £5 note. And that's the end of round 3, so we'll have a quick look at the scores. Kablamo. By the way, you have to drink every time I say Kablamo if you're playing the Lag Nag drinking game. And, oh, hello. They've stretched out their lead a little bit. It's the Stubbs family Robinson up top with 108, followed by Andrew Clark, 94, contestant number 6 on 91, Aquilum 0, 91. Contestant number 6, I noticed, has not intentionally outed themselves yet. Maybe they're waiting to see where they place up. Anyway, Jarvis Ben 89, Black Sheep Girl 87, 88. Plezor 85, Zapiton on 82, Stimwom 77, Fitzling Plain on 72, contestant number 3 on 71, Greg Axe 69, my dad on 65, Mike Conterio 61, Smoten 56, K&1 RU 52, Drill Care 41, Giganta Bear 39, Little Else on 28, and contestant number 23 on 25. And that's the end of round 3. Which, of course, is accompanied with a little noise. That's better. That is better. Bammo! Yes, I did man beige to read down to your score. I like to make everybody feel included, but at the same time, if everybody's included and bored, maybe I shouldn't read all the way down. Maybe I should just do the top 10 or something. Top 5. We'll try that next time, shall we? We'll do the top 10s from now on, shall we? What do you think of that, Lagnag? Do it in a funny voice. There's not enough funny voices on this. Hesitate to call it a program. It is at least some sort of a broadcast in some sense. So there we go. I can sense a Tim Vine joke starting now. So before I forcibly use anything else under the quote fair use unquote, by which I mean steal it. Let's quickly get on with round 4. By a little jig. Round 4 is too many tweets make a round. It is a round that is entirely about things that I have seen on Twitter. Hopefully you will not need to know very much about Twitter to know what's going on here. Let's oh, hang on, you're sad that your film career stuff is over. Okay. I'll just get rid of the video feed here. What do you mean you used to do your own stunts? Oh no, you're not gonna. No, please do not demonstrate your stunts. Oh. Well, never mind. I've given up contacting the glazer now. It's just not worth repairing them. Right, question. We had that question. Question number 13 is about Elon Musk. You may have noticed that Elon Musk managed to wipe $14 billion off the price of Tesla's stock by tweeting a series of slightly odd things. So what I'm going to ask you to do in this question, I've moved the question, made it visible, is identify which of these was not one of the tweets that Elon Musk sent recently. He's tweeted quite a lot recently. So by recent, I mean within the past week. So which of these, question 13 is, which of these isn't a recent Elon Musk tweet? My girlfriend Grimes is mad at me. Tesla stock price is too high, IMO. Free America now, or 5G must be stopped. Which of these is not an Elon Musk tweet from recently? My girlfriend Grimes is mad at me. Tesla stock price is too high, IMO. Or 5G must be stopped. Bring up that question. You know, I haven't said that's how I roll yet, have I? I nearly said it, and then I thought, oh, that's got to think of all those people playing along with the drinking game. Maybe I should play with the drinking game to stop myself being dehydrated. Drinking some water. Oh yeah, right. So I guess it was the Tesla stock price is too high is probably the one that caused the drop stock price, but most of these tweets came around the same time, and I think probably, well, if I were an investor, let's just say I would be quite worried. And there we go then. So revealing the answer, the thing that he did not tweet was 5G must be stopped. He did not tweet that. 16 people identified that. One person says Tesla stock price is too high, IMO. He did actually tweet that. And Free America Now, one person went for that. I think he's got very into the wants to end the lockdown so he can have a haircut brigade. Of course, you can't see at the moment, but I just say nothing medically dangerous, but 5G is getting a bit too green. The spectrum land grab. Okay. I thought he probably wouldn't say very much about that, but I was okay. Fair enough. He's gone for a sort of a business perspective, which is a bit better. Haircuts for investors. Yes. The Rasmus's math rock. Oh, going back a bit. Ironic, seeing as he used to be bald. Did he used to be bald? Oh, did he? Or he shaved off all his hair or something? Spectrum Land Grab is a good band name. It is. It is. Cool. All right. Question number 14 then. Better than Kings of Leon anyway, isn't it? Right. Wait, why is it? It says there's odd things happening, but I think it will be okay. So question number 14. Another tweet. This is by comedian and quizzer Paul Sinner. Manages to blend comedy and quiz in a way that the program does not. But anyway, complete this tweet by comedian and quizzer Paul Sinner. My parents are organic chemists. They give each other rings as a. Let's get the round 4 out of the way, shall we? Hopefully you can remember it's still round. Let's move the question up to the top of the page. There we go. Is that better? Cool. Question number 14. My parents are organic chemists. They give each other rings as a. Are the options symbol of love, testament of devotion, romantic gesture, or Sonic the Hedgehog tribute? Options again: symbol of love, testament of devotion, romantic gesture, and Sonic the Hedgehog tribute. There we go. And if I say that Sinner is not necessarily the sort of person that would, let's say, Paulson is the sort of person who thinks carefully about the words that he. Otherwise, this question might be quite difficult. All right, putting the up now. Kablamo. Oh, the Kablamo. That's probably on the drinking game card. Right. So hopefully, identified that there was a chemistry joke here. Hodgehog. Oh man, that takes me back. Okay, I will reveal the answer. The joke is, of course, they used to give each other rings as a romantic gesture. 11 of you correctly identified that joke. 4 of you went for a symbol of which I hope is not an accidental chemistry joke, but check, I don't think it is. 2 people went for Sonic the Hedgehog tribute. Would be amusing, but nothing to do with organic chemistry. Setup would be a bit. You've asked me when I'm going on the new Chase game show. I did apply for it, but for some reason they didn't. He didn't respond to my application. Not even a shut up you. It's, there is a new Chase game show. He is actually quite good, but he ran all last week. We won't bother with this the rest of this quiz. We'll go and watch that, shall we? So I've got some more questions. So let's bung in question number 15. Oh, and this is a leftover picture question. Bring up that question. There we go. Can you see that? And I can move this picture over the right. There shouldn't be anything on the right hand side of your screen, so I'll bung it there. Of famous faces in there, and oh, actually, yeah, I guess there's potentially. Let's not look too closely at that image, shall we? Question number 15. This is the 4th most retweeted tweet of all time. Which hashtag features in it? Hashtag Emmys, hashtag Globes, hashtag Oscars, or hashtag Lagnag? Again, which hashtag features in this tweet? Hashtag Emmys, hashtag Globes, hashtag Oscars, or hashtag Lagnag? Put those answers up. The Chase and Eggheads. Was it? Kind of a bit, I suppose. They've got this thing. They've got this fast-paced chess clock thing in the last. They have to answer questions against the clock and have more or fewer chasers for more or less money and more or less time on your clock. There we go. Those are the rules to a different show. There is one tweet with hashtag Lagnag. You're quite right. I did check. I haven't. It's not me though. I want to emphasize. I did not tweet hashtag Lagnag and then the F word twice. 8 out of 10 cats do. In fairness, I think Jimmy Carr has been on Celebrity Chase, so you could. That. I guess it's not quite the same. Anyway, I will reveal the answer at this point. This is a photo from the Oscars. 14 of you identified that. Congratulations. 3 people thought it was the Globes, 1 person thought it was the Emmys, and nobody thought that this was Lagnag. It does not have. I don't know. Maybe you. Okay. I'm going to abandon that thought and continue talking about the Chase and/or Eggheads. I'm not sure why it's asterisked out. It shouldn't be. I didn't think I. Anything? I think what on earth could be offensive about Egghead? Nothing particularly offensive about Egghead. Well, on that moral conundrum, and that is the end of round 4. So let's bring up. I didn't forget. Bring up those scores. Egghead and Insight. I suppose it is. It is strictly speaking. Anyway, and up the top. Oh wow, really extending their lead now. Stubbs Family Robinson on 135. So we'll do a top 10, shall we? Andrew Clark's on 112. Aquilum Zero is on 108. Jarvis Ben's on 105. Clezot is on 102. Very close between Black Sheep Girl 87 and contestant number 6 on 101. Stinwom is on 95. Zapiton's on 88. And Gregak is on 86. And that's the end of round 4. You want me to read you another bedtime story later, do you? One that's about Bayesian statistics. All right. I'm glad we've established that. In which case, there's only 1 round left, only 4 questions left in this quiz. Let's bring on the last round and see what Lagnag's got for us for round 5. Yeah, it's a general knowledge round. That's what we like. Hang on a minute. Have I missed out a question? I've missed out a question, haven't I? Outstanding. There's actually 5 questions left, aren't there? Well, this is a very professional operation, and so we'll move question 15 into round 5, shall we? Pretend it's general knowledge. Okay. Good. Did anybody sit there thinking, "Oh, we've only had 5 questions. What's going on?" Blammo. So, question number 16, and oh my word, what's that noise I hear?
Haiku alert! Haiku alert!
Oh, it's the haiku alert. Oh, hello, and it's also the no. Stop that. Good. Lagnag. I really should get Lagnag away from the sound controls. Cool. All right. Let's show you this hike. So I found a Twitter account that's it's called Accidental Haiku, and it finds people on Twitter who have accidentally tweeted haikus. That is, things with usual 575 syllable format. And one of the things they've retweeted on this account, it's not tweeted in a while. One of the things is, don't attribute to malice what can be explained by ineptitude. That's quite nice, isn't it? So the question that I'm going to ask you is, it's on Tumblr as well. Tumblr seems right for it somehow. Question number 16 is, what is this principle called? And of course you can't see any of the round 5. We don't want you. You didn't have turned up anyway. Round 5. Well, hopefully you've seen the haiku now. Don't attribute to malice what can be explained by ineptitude. So I'll just. Oh, hang on. Perfectly, you should be able to see that at the moment, right? Because the scores are on the right. Ah, clearly I've done this perfectly then. What's the principle called? Is it Occam's razor, Hanlon's razor, Twyman's razor, or Gillette's razor? Occam's razor, Hanlon's razor, Twyman's razor, or Gillette's razor? Bring that question up. Once I bring the question up, it will be covered. That's okay, because you don't need to see the answers at that point, because the answers are the answers. Whack in your answer with a bam for good measure, then take a drink. And then you don't see it. Right. I'm sure a more professional operation would have all of this sorted automatically, all this moving things around. Unfortunately, Lagnag is my technical. Sorry, rather, Lagnag runs it and only allows me to read out the questions. That's it. So let's reveal that answer. It is Hanlon's razor. 10 people went for Hanlon's razor. Occam's razor, 3 people. That is the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. 2 people went for Twyman's razor. So Twyman's law is apparently it's a statistics law. There's the more unusual or interesting the data, the more likely it was that you made a mistake. Quite nice. And Gillette's razor is, of course, not particularly philosophical. Well, that's actually the end. Let's not bother revealing the scores. Let's move straight on to question 17. And very subtly move this around while you're thinking. So question number 17. Which chemical element does not use its first letter as its chemical symbol? Is it boron, fluorine, potassium, or uranium? That's boron, fluorine, potassium, or uranium. Right, I'm going to start the clock there. Chemical element does not use its first letter as its chemical symbol. This is supposed to be a relatively straightforward start to the round, but of course it's not the start of the round anymore. So I'm going to claim that this is actually slightly harder. Country in which it's made. Ah, you've lost me there. And to dodge the fact that you've lost me, I'm going to reveal the answer is potassium. 20 people. 20 people. Outstanding work there. Nobody went for any of the wrong answers. Some good quiz knowledge. That probably tells you a lot about the sort of people that I know and have persuaded to appear in this. So that's that. Question number 18. Oh my word, this is a... Lagnag's chosen a wonderful question here that is very perfect for a sort of a light entertainment escapist quiz. Question number 18. Often regarded as the first vaccine, what did Edward Jenner use to create immunity to smallpox? Often regarded as the first vaccine, what did Edward Jenner use to create immunity to smallpox? Chickenpox, cowpox, monkeypox, or myxomatosis? Chickenpox, cowpox, monkeypox, or myxomatosis? That question. People got the last right. Yeah, this is. I have a word with Lagnag about this because having two science questions right next to each other, that's bad form, isn't it? A sample of me saying monkeypox for purposes. I've I've already said monkeypox at least 4 times now, so, and this does get recorded, so in theory you can. I mean, this does not get recorded, and there is no way to clip me saying the phrase monkeypox. Yeah, there'll be a bit to. Oh well, this is. There's been a lot of videos of me doing silly things that are out there on the internet and will never disappear. Like me being told to shut up. So swiftly moving on then. The correct answer. The correct answer is cowpox. One person went for chickenpox, and nobody went for monkeypox or myxomatosis. It is true that if I always sound the haiku alert, then I won't have the problem of people being able to clip monkeypox. So that's a great idea, and maybe next week we won't do that. 2 questions left. Let's hope this is not another science question, is it, Lagnag? No? All right, good. Okay, that's good. The history question, this one. Question number 19. In what year was the Battle of Stamford Bridge? What year was the Battle of Stamford Bridge? 1066, 1415, 1745, or 1805? 1066, 1415, 1745, or 1805? Those years, of course, had very famous battles in them. Correct answer had 2 famous battles at least in it. And if you amuse yourself, you can try to figure out what which the other battles were that I chose. The Stamford Bridge, 2016. Oh, I presume you're talking about Chelsea there. For those who don't know, Chelsea is my stock football answer that I throw out if I do not know the answer to a football question, much to the annoyance of whoever's asking me questions. Chelsea versus Spurs. All right, fair enough. Right. The correct answer was 1066. 10 people got that right. It was the battle that Harold succeeded before belting it down to Battle of Hastings, which famously did not go quite so well for him. One person went for 1415, that's Agincourt. 2 people went for 1805, that is Trafalgar. And 4 people went for 1745, and that is the Battle of Culloden. There we go. All battles, all the time. And finally, we have the last question. So if you're behind, you might want to roll the dice. It's a punt. 9 yellow cards. 3 for 12 yellow cards total. My word. Phrase. Rugby is a hooligans game played by gentlemen. Football is a gentleman's game played by hooligans. Actors. Nag stunt doubling. Very useful there. Right, final question number 20. And I've up with a little bit of vague answery. Sports ball. Anyway, question number 20. Denali, supposedly the highest mountain peak in North America, is in which US state? Denali, the highest mountain peak in North America, is in which US state? I've not given you the state names, I've given you the abbreviations. Is it AL, AK, AR, or AZ? AL, AK, AR, or AZ? Denali. Denali National Park, highest mountain peak in North America. Which US state is it in? Don't bring rugby into this. Yes. It's all right. I was merely quoting somebody who was talking about rugby and football. Nag of did not. Wait, what? A nag of denial. Well, if it's DE, wouldn't that be like Delaware? I don't. That's not one of the options. I will. Yeah, they are. Yep. Denial. Yep. Yeah. Okay. There's probably quite a lot of anagrams here. Should we? You can all we'll forget giving the answer and just do some anagrams of denial. No, here we go. We'll just bang out the answer then. It's Alaska. AK. Wait, hang on. That is definitely having a sudden bit of confusion there. I got that wrong. No, that is right. Thank goodness for that. Right. Yes, the correct answer is Alaska, AK. 8 people got that right. AL's Alabama, indeed. 5 people went for that. AZ is Arizona. 2 people went for that. And AR is Arkansas. 1 person went for that. And that's the end of round 5 and indeed the end of the quiz. Yes.
Haiku alert! Haiku alert!
Right, I think what I need is better soundboard technology rather than using Windows Media Player that randomly plays things when I forget to stop it. But I didn't think. Anyway, some things are just a bit mysterious. So thank you very much for coming along, Nag. Very happy came along to play the quiz, and let's give you those final results then. See if Stubbs Family Robinson managed to maintain their lead, and they did. Congratulations, Stubb Family Robinson on 168. Second place, it moved up the rankings. Jarvis Ben on 149. Third is Klazor, 147. Andrew Clark on 141. Aquilum 0127. Smoten 113. Gigantobear just pipped a Fitzling Plane by a teeny tiny fraction on 112. Mike Conterio 108, Stin 103, Black Sheep Girl 102, Zappy Tong 101, KNR 1RU 100. Number 3 on 98, Greg Ack 96, Contestant 6 87, my dad on 80, Ajol here 60, contestant number 23, and on 49, and little else on 37, and Gay Snake Vision making a late bid for largest negative score with basically 2 questions worth on minus 18. So, thanks again for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Meanwhile, I'm going to read Lagnag a nice bedtime story. So, see you later.